So we got out the apple scratter, and this is the first few apples from the Pimpernel, which is an early variety and it's a non-keeper. So we've just started pressing the first lot of juice of the season. So there you go. We haven't had as many apples on the Pimpernel this year as last year, but the rest of the trees are ladened. And here's the long meadow over there. I can't see in the screen, but there's the chimes. We'll go and look at those in a minute. But as you can see, this is grass is growing up again. I was hoping to get some dragonflies, but it doesn't seem to be at the moment. They were here yesterday, but I didn't have the camera and we were doing the apple pressing, so there really wasn't time. But over there is an apple tree just on the edge there, and that was grown from a pip quite a long time ago, 1987, something like that. But it's absolutely laden, and it always is, which is great. It's not a bad apple, and it's a good keeper. So no doubt in about a month's time, maybe a bit longer, we'll be down here and we'll get 2 or 3 basket load off that to go in the apple store. Stewed apple with breakfast, and a mature apple after Christmas for eating. It's the start of August and it feels like it. The nights are drawing in a bit, which is a bit disconcerting. No sooner do you get the long days than they start slowly disappearing on you. It's that whole problem of spring and summer being busy with busy things, and then you're getting round to autumn, and we're not there yet, but we're in high summer as it were, and it's a matter of just relaxing and enjoying it. There is a dragonfly there, but I doubt if we're going to get it at all. We might have caught it in the video, but I can't tell. There it is there. And the butterflies, it's quite a big dragonfly, at least 3 inches long. Anyway, it's a matter of appreciating every day now as they get slowly shorter. Let's go and have a look at these chimes again. So here we go. They're gas cylinders. So, I want to ask somebody, anybody who knows, how do you tune them? I've tried cutting bits off the end and it doesn't seem to make a huge amount of difference. So how do you tune them? I assume you would use a guitar tuner to find out what they are. Just gas cylinders with a high pressure gas cylinders with the bottoms cut off. And I got the idea from when we were clearing Uncle Harold's workshops. There was lumps of gas cylinder, and I think, can't remember now, might have been that one, and I've just welded a little tab on the end, you know, and you pick it up and go bing, and you go ah, and it gets the idea going, doesn't it? Any ideas, I'd really appreciate that. And just imagine that this was cabbages in 1980, well, the winter of 1987, it was all cabbages. If you don't plant them, they won't grow. Well, they will eventually if you just leave the land undisturbed, but plant them and they'll grow. So all the firewood preparations are finished, and this wood bay, I'd say that's full enough. It's a good 8 feet deep by about 5 feet wide. And then just coming round, those hazels that we coppiced 2 years ago, they're up there now. And the stacks of firewood, that's the last one, it's nearly finished. And there's another 3 along there. Hopefully that's 3 years worth, but it might only be 2, depending upon the severity of the winters. So, moving on. Oh, by the way, that's the tin sheets for on top of that. Well, one of the tin sheets for on top of that next wood stack. Right, it's the cool of the evening, and there's a little space here where I can put a few lettuces. We've got a squash there and a squash behind me, so I'm just sort of gambling that there'll be enough room there that the lettuces will get to a point where they're harvestable before these squashes take over. We've got a couple of dandelions that need to come out. And there's a nettle there. Just clean this bit of ground up a bit whilst we can. We've started to harvest the leeks from this row, so I'll probably have them quite tight in. These lettuce. What have we got here? There we go. It rained quite a bit a couple of nights ago. So there is some moisture in the soil. And these have been watered before planting them. And I'll water them later on. And so we continue. In a couple of days they'll just sort of feel happy where they are, and away they go. I'll have to go through this, through these leeks and pick out some of the weeds. I think 6 there will do. Put any more in and it'll just be a bit of a waste of time. Right, it's about 8:30 in the evening, and this is some of the mixture. The feed for the tomatoes. You can see how wonderful, just amazing amount of tomatoes. And I shall just train this along here, keep feeding it, and there's 3 more over there. So do this every couple of weeks, and I'll put a bucket full of rainwater back in that feed tank just to top it up. Maybe throw a bit more wood ash in there. It's doing good. And perhaps this evening sun's the best time to catch this. You see all those walnuts there. There's quite a lot. So it looks like we'll have a good crop this year. You got to be careful not to pick them too soon. When the squirrels start having a go, it's still not the right time. Anyway, there you go. And of course right up there, way up there, that's the coast redwood. And you've all seen the bottom of that. It's quite large now. Planted in about, probably about 89 or 90, something like that. It's right up there. Let's go and have a look at the butt of it again. The light level's quite low, but the camera seems to be behaving itself quite well. There you go. Glorious, isn't it? So, plant giant redwoods. You will see it within your lifetime. And the buddleia is out in flower, often referred to as the butterfly bush. This is a kohlrabi, as you can see from that root there. But look, we have a beast. It's a cabbage white butterfly caterpillar, just having a nice munch on these leaves. So there you go, this is what we're up against. And I've planted out some of the purple sprouting and some of the Brussels sprouts, but I've netted them. So we'll just have a brief look at that. Now, you can't just put them out until later on in the year. And there we are, purple sprouting and Brussels sprouts in there. I shall continue this line along and put another cover over the rest. And for those of you who are wondering, throughout the majority of this Home Life in Lockdown and Home Life series, I've been spending a bit of time doing these windows, and there they are. Not fully finished. I've still got the face putties to do, but I finally got round to taking the old one out and putting the new one in. And it still needs a further coat of paint, maybe just slightly less yellow, more of a cream colour as a top coat, but I'm very pleased with the general design of them, especially from inside. They look just how I wanted them to look. And I'm just trying to show you this brick here. There's one or two on this building. Obviously handmade bricks, John Jeffrey. That's interesting. This building was put up about 1885, and it was an extension on the main cottage. We're a bit on wobbly cam, but there you go. And last but by no means the least, those batteries that I showed where I was repairing the terminals by using a carbon sort of lead welding. So I welded some further tabs onto these. I've added another 6-volt unit on the end there that I had there that would have been trickle charged, and built up with that pack that I renovated quite a while ago, and a couple of spares over there, 3 spare batteries over there. That all comes up to 48 volts. So I've made another pack out of bits, effectively. Not really bits, but good spare units. So the best thing to do in that case is to build it up and attach it to the main pack. That way it will keep in good condition, and especially in these hot dry days they're getting a very good equalizing trickle type charge. And of course now we've got 4 packs of 48 volts on our system. It means that instead of say 1 pack, if you were drawing 3 kilowatt, that would be 60 amps out of 1 pack. Now if we're drawing 60 amps, we're drawing 15 amps out of each pack. So there's less stress on each pack. As long as you have enough generation capacity to be able to charge them up. There's no point having a huge monster, that's the charge controller again, you'll be used to that. There's no point having a huge monster battery bank if you haven't enough generation to keep up with charging it. Yeah, so it's all a balance. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little update, yeah, part 16 of Home Life. And as you can see, as the seasons progress, things that happen around here vary. We're starting to prepare further for winter. It's quite a while away yet, but you're better off being prepared than doing it at the last minute. Catch up with you soon. Cheers for now.